Father, Son, and Spirit.
And Mary, our mother, sing this song. Open
Your hearts to the Lord and begin to see the mystery. We are all together as one family. No more war, no more chains, no more selfishness and closed doors. For we are in the fullness of God's time. It's the time of the great Jubilee. Hearts to the Lord and begin to see the mystery. And we are always gathered as one family. In your love, no more chains, no more selfishness and closed doors.
we are in the fullness of God's time. It's the
Time of the great Jubilee.
It's the time of the great Jubilee.
Pagbabansang awit ng Pilipinas. Bayang magiliw, handa, awit.
Bayang magiliw, perlas ng silanganan, alab ng puso, sa titig mo'y buhay. Lupang inirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisiin, sa dagat at bundok, sa siway at sa langit mo bugha. May dalang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang isang ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na naglilinig. Ang bituin at araw niya kailan pang may magdidilig. Lupa ng araw na ating pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang ligaya na pag may mga api, ang matay ng dahil sa'yo. Thy side we love, on hail, on hail, on hail. On hail, maroon and gold, to thee we shall cling, through all the years and ages. Thy praises we will sing. All hail, maroon and gold. Thy strength near shall fail. For thee will die. All hail, all hail. For thee will die. All hail, all hail.
Thank you very much, everyone. You may now take your seats. May we now call on Miss Mary Joy Alcano.
For the welcome remarks.
A round of applause, please.
Okay, good morning everyone. So I hope na manamukaon sa inyong breakfast.
Yes!
Okay, so welcome participants. So today, we will be having our seminar professional learning communities transforming a school's teaching and learning culture. So today you will be learning on what and how important PLC is. So today, sit back and relax, then enjoy the seminar. So I know that this seminar will be helpful to you in your actual teaching. So I hope you will learn. So thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Mary Joy Alcano. And now may we call on Ms. Ariana Kelsey Toleao for the house rules. And me as well for the objectives. Thank you.
For the house rules, I want you to remember three things, only three things. One is one mic, one diva. When somebody talks, everyone listens. So remember, listening is the beginning of understanding. And it's a way for us also to show respect to someone who is talking. Second is gadgets off. Means that because while you are using your gadgets, it might distract the speakers as well as the listeners. But if you have an emergency call, you can take it outside. Is that clear? So third one is play go. You observe that while entering the AVR, it's clean. So please be reminded also that we are educated people. We know where to throw our trashes. Sorry. So that's all, and thank you. I hope you will learn from our seminar. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Liao, and now I'm going to present the objectives. So what do you expect from this seminar? What's our title again? Can we all read it together, please?
Professional learning communities, transforming a school's teaching and learning culture.
So at the end of the seminar, we are all expected, the participants will be expected to first identify a code of ethics that emphasizes on collaboration in the teaching community. So as part of the professionalism and the culture of teachers, we are going to review about the code of ethics for teachers, which will be given by Ms. Nisa Sakar. And then second, number two, the participants will be able to determine the importance of teacher collaboration in creating a healthy professional learning community. Did you get it? Yes. The importance of collaboration in a healthy professional learning community. And number three, determine steps in building a professional community and building support towards other teachers. Do you like that? Yes. Building support towards other teachers. And then next, develop a sense of professionalism within the working environment. We believe that a sense of professionalism is something that we all lack in our generation right now. True? Yes. So at the end of the seminar, I hope that we will be able to achieve that. And then lastly, you will be able to indicate to themselves the values of teamwork, cooperation, and unity as professional teachers. So that would be all. And now I would call on Ms. Gwen Larisma and Bernadette Bilonta for the introduction of speakers. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. So we will be introducing the speakers. The first speaker will be Ms. Nisa Sakar, who will be talking about the Code of Ethics for Teachers. Second one is Lowen's Studio, who will be talking about the role of teachers towards other teachers. The third one will be Mr. Irineo Yaderio, who will be talking about what are PLCs and why we must engage with it. The fourth one will be Ms. Ariana Tuliao for the characteristics of PLCs and the foundations of PLCs. The next one will be the 3 big ideas of PLC. So will be tackled by Ms. Bernadette Belonta.
Okay, so barriers of creating PLCs, which is tackled by Ms. Gwyneth Larisma and Rani Bermejo. Effective habits of PLCs, Nilani Natividad, comparison between PLCs and a PLC and typical teacher meetings, Miss Aubrey Canancia. Steps in building relationships professionally, Mary Joy Alcano. And lastly, the summary of the seminar, Mr. Ireneo Leoterio.
A round of applause, please. So let's go to the seminar proper.
Morning everyone. Before I start, can I request those who are in the back to move in the front and occupy the front seats, please? Out of now? Sige, nanana mo. Okay. Did you all eat your breakfast? No? As always. You always not eat your breakfast, Mr. Giovanni? So, what can you see in there, Mr. Giovanni? The power of the soil. So the power of the soil. Actually, the presentation. Oh, okay. What can you see in there, Mr. Giovanni, again?
The power of the soil.
The power of the soil. Actually, this presentation is all about a reading from the book of Matthew in the Bible. Can you open it, please, Mr. Giovanni? It's a reading from the Bible, which is also related to our topic, professional learning communities. What is our topic again? Professional learning communities transforming a teacher's teaching and learning culture. Matthew chapter 13, verses 1 to 8. Can you see it now, Mr. Giovanni? Can you please read it? What is the verse again? Matthew 13, verses 1 to 8.
It says here, ang sambingay may tungod sa magpupugas.
Can you read the English one, please, at the side?
The parable of the sower. That same day, Jesus left the house and went to the lakeside, where he sat down to teach. The crowd that gathered around him was so large that he got into a boat and sat in it. While the crowd stood on the shore, he used parables to tell them many things. Once there was a man who went out to sow grain. As he scattered the seed in the field, some of it fell along the path, and the birds came and ate it up.
What was the first one again for a while, Mr. Giovanni? He sowed the seeds, some seeds fell along the path, and then
The birds came
and
and ate it up.
ate it. So that is the first one. Nahog ang liso, but then the birds ate it up. And then next, Mr. Giovanni.
Some of it fell on rocky ground, where there was little soil. The seeds soon sprouted, because the soil wasn't deep.
So the
But-
second one, the soil is not deep. It's
Yes.
sprouted, but namatay sa dayon because the soil is not deep enough. So continue, Mr. Giovanni.
But when the sun came up, it burned the young plants, and because the roots had not grown deep enough, the plants soon dried up. Some of the seed fell among thorn bushes, which grew up and choked the plants. But some seeds fell in good soil, and the plants bore grain.
So the third one, they choke up. Nato dito, natanong dito, for there are grass and weeds along the path. So it choked up. And then continue, Mr. Giovanni, up to chapter 8, verse 8.
But some seeds fell in good soil, and the plants bore grain. Some had 100 grains, others 60, and others 30.
So some fell in the good soil and bore 100, and some others 50, and other else. Thank you, Mr. Pat. Ang ganda yung pastor si Pat, no?
You're welcome.
So how is this related to our topic? Basically, a seed kanang liso ba? Ang liso, inigtanuan mo, it is, I researched about it, and basically a seed itself is basically healthy. Mutubo dyan na siya. It has always the potential in it. But the factor that causes the seed to grow is what? Is the soil. So it was stated in there that some seeds fell along the shallow soil, some seeds fell along the rock. So the soil is us, the teachers, and the seeds are the students. These students are put inside into our classrooms and even our co-teachers. with the environment that we belong to. We ourselves are the seeds, and we also ourselves are the soil. We are the seeds because we always have the potential to grow. Do you believe that you have the potential to grow? To be something bigger, to have 100 fruits? Yes, of course. But it depends on the soil that you belong to. It depends on the school that you work in the teaching community. Is it true?
Yes.
Because when you belong to a community where it is, what was the first part again, Mr. Giovanni? On the shallow soil, and then the birds ate it up. So when you are taught by your teacher in college, mo sa eskwelahan, ngayon mong applyan, the background and the affirmation of the school is not so good enough, so what will happen to you eventually? Maluya ka, no? Mawagtanan ka energy, kapuyan ka, di ba? Layon ka. Especially kanang ang imong environment has no encouragement. With the good things you do, they don't give you a prize or affirmation. And then secondly, some seeds fell along the rocky path. So when you graduate as professional teachers, soon to be professional teachers, graduate na to, and unfortunately, when you belong to a rocky environment, which means that is an environment which is unhealthy and you're not able to grow. Kabantay man ang teachers in public schools, not all of them, but most of it, that in some schools, not only in public schools, but the culture gani ang teachers na makakita sa iyang kauban na teacher na manaway, magliba. Is it true? Even teachers na conflict within themselves, right? So we must make sure that the environment that we belong to is a place for us to grow, and we ourselves are the good soil. And I ask you now, are you a good soil? What do you think of yourself? Would you make a good soil for your co-teachers around your school, around the school that you're going to be working with? Do you think you are a good soil? Maybe. So that would be for your co-teachers. And for your students, would you be a good soil for the students that you're going to teach someday? You think so? Maybe this time? So we ourselves, the students, are basically a healthy seed that needs a good soil. So we must make sure that we ourselves, the teachers, are a good soil for the students to grow, and we ourselves are the good soil for our teachers to grow. And now, we are going to continue to the next part of the meeting. Now, have you understood how important the power and influence of the environment is? Kung unsa ka importante ang tao sa palibot nimo to build professionalism? Yes. And so now we are going to review the code of ethics for teachers to remember how we must act as future professional teachers. And may I call on now Ms. Lisa Sakar. A round of applause, please.
So, good morning everyone. Good morning. So, I'm going to talk about code of ethics. So, I know na naano tayo knowledge ani, right? Of course, Ma'am Oro give us learning about this topic. Kaya diba kung ano man na naman tanong teaching profession, no? Yes. And of course, ang code of ethics kaya na-discuss na sad. Then nakakuha ni kay preview Rajud, and it is connected to our main topic, PLC, or Professional Learning Competencies. Okay. Communities. I'm so sorry. No, I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, let's start. Code of ethics. So, as soon to be a professional, so we are expected to possess the high standard values, right?
Yes.
And of course, ethical conduct, and of course, with the utmost diligence to observe code of ethics of teachers, right?
Yes.
Thus, one must be a professional teacher who holds professionalism towards his colleagues and administrator, and of course, interaction with the students and the parents. Okay, so let's go to the first article. The teacher and the teaching community. It has a 7 section. So let's go to the first one. can I have a volunteer to read the section 1?
Section 1. Teachers shall at all times be imbued with the spirit of professional loyalty, mutual confidence, and faith in one another, self-sacrifice for the common good, and full cooperation with colleagues. When the best interest of the learners, the school, or the profession is at stake in any controversy, teachers shall support one another.
Yes, thank you, Miss Kate. So it means that a teacher must handle the very delicate task of teaching. And of course, by upholding the good fidelity and keeping abreast the core values of professionals. And of course, by coping the common efforts to his colleagues. However, a teacher must help one another to attain the best interest welfare of the school, the administrator, as well as profession, para to avoid any conflicts. If any conflict may arises, okay?
Yes.
Sabotra?
Yes.
So let's go to the second section. Okay, again, another volunteer. Yes, pa. I mean, who did? Miss Judelia.
Section 2. A teacher is not entitled to claim for work not of his own, and shall give due credit for the work of others which he may use.
Okay, thank you. So, it means that ang teacher ko no kay kuan must have the confidence in exercising one's own work in the field of education. I mean, in the field of teaching. And of course, must possess the character of recognition towards the work of other colleagues. Okay? Okay, so section 3. Another? Yes?
Section 3. Before leaving his position, a teacher shall organize and leave to his successor such records and other data as are necessary to carry on the work.
Okay, sabot ra kayo, no? So before mo leave ang teacher or mo resign, ang mupuli ana niya dapat kana, of course, like for example, ako, teacher ko, ni-resign ko ana, and then ang mupuli ana, you must guide him or her before you resign. Ang mga dili mo siya biyaan dayon nga kuan kanang siya ray mabuhat ana kay makaya ra niya. You must guide him or her, right?
Yes.
Dili mo siya biyaan dira oy nga kuan kay abig kuan na siya dako na siya imo na siya biyaan dira. Lagi, yes, sakto ka pa. Okay, section 4. Yes, Rose.
A teacher shall hold inviolate all confidential information concerning associates of the school and shall not divulge to any documents which have not yet been officially released or remove records from the files without official permission.
Yes, of course, ang kuan confidential information sa school radyo na siya. You shouldn't share the confidential information outside the school. Ang bot masabot sa confidential gani kay confidential jud na siya. Like you have to keep that confidential information sa school. Dili namin siya ikatag dira nga, oy mao ni ang nahitabo sa school, oy mao ni ang nahitabo sa school. Confidential gani, so you have to keep it. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, how about section 5? Yes, May Joy. Section 5.
Section 5. It shall be the responsibility of every teacher to seek correctives for what may appear to be an unprofessional and and unethical conduct of any associate. This may be done only if there is uncontrovertible evidence for such conduct.
Okay. So as a professional teacher, you are the role model of your students. So you have the morality of upright or righteous. Dapat naakay kuan kanang standard gali na as you are professional, so you have the standard of professionalism, right? Like dili ka magpakita og batik sa imong students. Right? Because morality is equal to being right. You shouldn't act like a tiger sa sud sa imong room. Yes, you have to slow down control your emotion. Kaya you are the role model gani, di ba? Okay. How about section 6? Amid. Yes, Ate Molly.
Section 6. A teacher may submit to the proper authorities in justifiable criticism against an associate, preferably in writing without violating any right of the individual concerned.
Okay, so under the section, pananglitan, for example, naa kay kauban nila sa faculty nimo nga kanang naobserbahan mo siya nga ni-violate siya sa rules and regulations sa school. Pananglitan lang nga naka-observe ka nga, ala, kani ni-violate siya sa kuan, sa school nga regulation. So, kuan, you have to report this one under the proper authorities. Proper authorities here is the disciplinary action. Disciplinary action is the administrative in nature. So, and of course, must convey the concern through writing. What do you mean by through writing? A formal letter. So, kuan daw dili gani ka kanang i-chatra nimo or something like kuan. Kailangan formal jud, pero the law is silent. Formal or informal is okay. Pero professional teacher man ta. So, of course, maka-afford jud tag kung ano pa print, di ba? What? Piso ra gani na, di ba? Okay. How about section 7? Yes, Miss Ravenna?
Section 7. A teacher may apply for a vacant position for which he is qualified, provided that he respect the system of selection on the basis of merit and competence. Provided further that all qualified candidates are given the opportunity to be considered.
Okay. So, sabot-abot ra gani kay siya, no? So, if you finish teaching, are you going to apply a doctor? Diba, dili? No? What if ang qualification sa teacher wala na qualified sa qualification sa doctor? So, mag-unsabang ka sa mga pasyente. Mag-teach ka, mag-demo ka. Diba, dili? So, you must possess the proper qualification in line to your profession. Dili ka magpataka-taka, oy, diba? Yes, okay. So, Article 5, the school officials, 7, sorry guys. School officials, teachers, and other personnel. So, teachers are duly, this is the preamble, teachers in the Article 7, right? Okay, teachers are duly licensed professional who possess dignity and reputation with high moral values as well as technical and professional competencies in practice, in the practice of their noble profession. They strictly adhere to to observe and practice the set of ethical and moral principles, standards, and values. So Article 7 has 5 sections. So let's go to the first one. Okay. School officials shall at all times show professional courtesy, helpfulness, and sympathy towards teachers and other personnel, such as practices being standards of effective school supervision, dignified administration, responsible leadership, and enlightened direction. So it provides that the school head ang kinatasan should adequately supervise ang below niya. Dili na niya biyaan, of course. Okay, what if ang head, for example, ang school, ang president ana, dili niya i-supervise ang mga below niya. So maon sa school. Scattered. Walay tarong nga po regulation. What? Yes, maybe. Mag-collapse ang education system sa school, right? So, most importantly, school administrator must uphold professionalism and, of course, leadership towards his school. Okay? Sabot running a section? Okay, how about section 2? School officials, teachers, and other school personnel shall consider in their cooperative responsibility to formulate policies, introduce important changes in the system at all levels. So it means, sabot-tabol na sa ganit nino. It means nga magtinabangay ang school, school personnel or administrator, and of course the school, so that maka-provide sila or maka-formulate sila og better system of education. And these people must aim the interest of the students through rules and regulation of their safeguards. Sabodra?
Yes, Lisa.
No? Safeguards of course, the school. Magtinabang na ang school, administrator. So, dapat na sila maka-provide ang school. Kung magtinabang na sila, di ba? Maka-provide man dyan sila nindot na system sa education.
Yes.
Or, sabot-tabol na sa gayo, no? Okay, how about section 3? Can I call Miss Mora to read section 3?
Section 3. School officials shall encourage and attend to the professional growth of all teachers under them, such as recommending them for promotion, giving them due recognition for meritorious performance, and allowing them to participate in conferences and training programs.
Thank you, Miss Mora. So, ang pasabot ani nga section 3 kay kuan kanang a teacher must have attended seminars and of course mga program nga maka-develop niya for teaching. Like for example, na siya pagkuwang sa pag-teach or naay siguro nabago sa education system. So, siya kabaw. If di siya mo attend og mga development program, mga seminars baron. So, right? Yes, of course. So, kailangan kita nga teacher, dili ra jud ta ka ng abig nakapasar ta sa PRC or licensed teacher na ta, anha ra gyud ta kutob. We should attend mga development program like training sa mga teachers, and of course kanang mga eskwelahan nga kuan program gani. What if wa ka kabaw-an nga kuan mga bag-o kan sa education, then na ini ka teach nimo na baguhan ka. So di ba masyak ka, di ba? Yes. Okay. So all teacher must have the qualification of personal growth and professional development. Okay? Sabot? Sabot, guys? Okay. Let's go to the last, section 4. Yes, section 4.
No school official shall dismiss or recommend for dismissal for teacher and other subordinate, except for cause.
Okay, thank you, Miss Pat. Ay, Mr. Pat! Okay, it's okay, guys. So, so if ang teacher makasala or violate sa school rules and regulations. So, of course, the school officials must need a deep investigation. Dili na mo siya madali-dali terminate, oy, di ba? Oo, dapat kay kanang muagi pa dyan na siya process dyan na iyang offense. Kay what if the I ni imo siya gipahawa without any investigation. So unfair sa part sa sa nakasala, di ba? So you have to undergo a very deep investigation or a due process. Yes. Okay. And for the last one, section 5, we can read the very, very long section. Yes, Mr. Renesas?
School authorities concerned shall ensure that public school teachers are employed in accordance with pertinent civil service rules, and
Yes.
private school teachers are issued contract specifying the term or condition of their works, provided that they are given is qualified subsequent permanent tenure in accordance with existing laws, and provide further that they are duly registered and licensed professional teachers.
Okay, so we all know the big differences of public and private school. So, if you are going to mag-apply ka sa public school, are you going to follow the ang school rajud? So, when you say public, di ba, ang nag-hold nila ang government? So, ang government, ang under sa government rules, okay, if you are going, like for example, ma-apply ko sa public school, then I have to follow the rules of the government under the law of civil service regulation. And if you are in the private school, you have to private school. So ang nag-hold na niya kang school jud. The rules and regulation is in this must follow the rules and regulation of the private school. So ako private, for example na sad, ako ma-apply ko sa private school. So akong i-follow nga rules and regulation kaya sa school. Ang nag-hold, of course, private, public, ang nag-hold kaya ang government. No. Okay, thank you so much for listening to my topic. So may I call on Mr. Lawrence Custodio to discuss about rule of teachers towards other teachers.
So good morning. So we will be talking about the rules of teacher towards other teachers. So do you have any ideas about rules of teachers towards other teachers? So Pat, you have?
For me, the role of teachers towards other teachers are the following. The teacher must maintain good relationship toward his co-teacher, and the others are be given by Shasol.
Okay, Mr. Sizzle, do you have any ideas?
Can you repeat the question?
Rules of teachers
A rule
towards other teachers.
Okay. A role of teachers towards other teachers is to collaborate with other teachers.
Yes, that's right. So we have here the first rule, collaboration rather than competition. So in collaboration, there is teamwork, right? Yes. So if we do teamwork, so what will happen? What will happen to the result? Is it good or bad? Good because there is collaboration. So we as a teacher, I mean as a future teacher, we are in a one faculty. We are in a one faculty. For example, we are in a same boat. Yeah. So if we compete, like kanang, for example kanang ang usa gusto mo drive, ikaw gusto sa mo drive, ang usa magagubot, di ba? Magkompetensya sila ba? No? Dapat ikaw, kay bago ka mo drive, ikaw kay bago ka mo bugsay, ara na ka dapat sa iyong posisyon. No? Dili mo magkompetensya. Dapat mag-collaboration mo para masuccessful na. Nang sakto ba? Tama na ba mo may idea about collaboration rather than competition? Wala na. Miss Geraldine na pa. Colyantes. I know you have answered.
To unite all of us.
Yeah. All of us? So, yes, muna siya. So, muna itong naon kay kita, naradyo ta sa usa ka campus, no? Dapat mag-collaboration, dili ta mag-competensya, dili ta magpanindot tayo kung unsay na ato, no? Okay, so next is encouragement rather than discouragement. So, in our individual, naam jud tay kinaiya nga sa life teacher nindot siya, maayo siya nya uban dili kayo na gani. So dapat atos lang encourage kanang just like what I've said nga sa na same boat. Then katong usa nga dili siya kay bawo mo bugsay sa iyang role, mo na yung role. Dapat atos lang tabangan, atos lang encourage yung tudluan na ato kung unsay saktong buhaton, no? Dili na to nga discourage nga dili man na mao, dili na mao yung gibuhat, nasayop na ana, no? Dapat atos lang tudluan unsay sakto. Nya kanang mura ra gud ta kanang hiking sa bukid ba? Nya kanang kaon na siya, babaw na kay siya. Nya atos lang nga, ayo dira kay nay mamuan dira, nay mamaak ana ba? So ma-discourage siya nga munong na siya na. Nya ikaw magadungan mo, magataas mo, no? Sakto ba? So kamo na pa mo may lain idea about ana? Encouragement rather than discouragement? So, if i-discourage natin sila, unsa may tabo sa atong co-teachers, Renz, please give the microphone.
They might be depressed or kanang labi na pong moody ang mga teachers, mabad mood sila.
Yes, so maabot nilang depressed and anxiety, no? So, that's right. So, the next is creating solutions together. So, for example, kanang mao gyud po to example nga naroon dito sa barko. Boat. Then if naay kanang bagyo nga mabot, mo na siya problem. Ato jud na siya i-solve sa atong individual nga atong kamayuhan, atong isig ka tao nga nasa rule sa iyaha, nasa siya rule diri, no? Mura ra gud na kanang example kanang in a car. Kaupat man jud ang wheels. Nya mahiyos ang usa. Pwede din na mo badagan. Pwede mo dalan pero bati dili jud maabot. No. So dapat ato tabangan atong isigawan co-teachers. We create solutions together man, no? So na. Next is being a help towards co-teacher. So being a help towards co-teacher, for example, kanang atong kauban nga teacher kay di na siya wala na ibaw-an siyang lesson na lagi, or example kanang naibilin ba yung visual aid na ba naibili niya kamo same mo topic na ikaw mas kibaw ka anong dili na din nato pahul mo na no para no all mo na to sila para encourage them nga kani mo ni sakto ni mo na tong buhaton na no. Next is foster forward to positive relationships. So, mo na siya ang tanan katong collaboration, encouragement, ato sila uban. Then, so mga siya. That's all. So the next, who's the next speaker? Please, Aubrey. Alvin. Aaron.